How's it going, YouTube? It's RJ here, and welcome to my very first episode of Pokemon Shuffle, the playthrough. So, I am doing stages 1 through 15 here, and I'm doing a voiceover because I didn't record this live. I recorded my game footage, and I decided to just talk over it. So, Pokemon Shuffle is a game that I used to play a lot on the 3DS. I know there's Pokemon Cafe Remix, which is essentially this, but a little different, a little bit more, it's a different style. This is a little bit more like Candy Crush than Cafe Remix, but I kind of wanted something to play and not be super stressed and can record over my phone, because I have a lot of footage already pre-recorded for example, Pokemon Go, but I can't always record those type of videos. I can do stuff for like community days, but in general, I don't really know what to do, what to record, because I don't really play the PvP much on there. And I really shiny hunt, and I try to go for hundos, and that's about it. So gameplay's a little bit boring here. And there's not much really to talk about for these first 15 stages. I'll probably get into more detail on some later stages that are actually difficult. But right now, it's essentially just a tutorial. And I don't know if this is something where you guys would prefer if I was talking over it, or if you guys just wanted to watch the gameplay raw. But in each episode, I will be defeating the stage, and then I will be going and capturing every Pokemon from those stages. So if I don't capture it on the first attempt, I'll re-record until I do capture it. And that's going to come into effect more in the later stages than here in this first episode, I believe. And I think if I just miss out on it on this first episode, I just immediately go back, but in later episodes, because I've already pre-recorded up to like stage 60. And this is the first one, and it's just doing the voiceover is the big issue. But I will just go back and capture the Pokemon. And we can talk a little bit about this game. Essentially, all you're doing is you match 3 Pokemon, you do damage to the Pokemon you're attempting to fight, and you try to capture it with a percentage gauge. At first, I was trying to not spend any coins or any jewels, which we don't need here in this first thing, these first couple stages. I actually did really good, I think up until like episode 3 maybe, which is crazy, but we can talk about that when we get around to those. But these first few stages are like super simple. You try to combo as much as possible to do damage, and you want type effectiveness against these Pokemon. So for example, we're about to go into the Charmander stage, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our Squirtle, just because Squirtle now does super effective damage against Charmander. And that's essentially what we're doing. This came out around the XY era, so Megas got introduced here, and we're gonna go see a couple Megas. But it's really simple gameplay. It do take a little bit of time, for a couple instances, to make sure I'm trying to do the best move, because as easy as it is when you're watching somebody play to kind of like backseat drive and backseat play for people, sometimes when you're in the middle of actually doing it, you don't see specific moves or specific combos, so you end up missing out on that, on some damage. But these first few stages, it was Esper, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, and now we're on to Eevee. So it goes through like the first partner Pokemon, that first partner Pokemon. It goes through your starter Pokemon, the Gen 1 ones, the Kanto ones. And then I think Pikachu might be next after Eevee. I know Pikachu's a little bit later, but it's a really simple game. It only gets difficult when we start getting into meeting specific traits and skills for later stages where we have to destroy blocks and destroy rocks. I think I was forced to use the Great Ball here. I don't think I was given a choice. Normally, if you can complete a stage with 50% or higher, I would say just redo that stage over and over again until you get the Pokemon. I wouldn't recommend using the Great Ball just because if you can consistently get 50%, it might take up to like 2-3 games to get it. It's when those odds are extremely better. So if it goes from like 25 to 50, I'd maybe recommend it, or like 20 to 40%. And especially if you have that critical chance where it boosts all the way up. The only other time I would recommend a Great Ball maybe is if you have a guaranteed 100% catch rate. And that's about all I'd say. A lot of the times the disruptions and stuff, you'll want those for later stages because you'll want the coins to buy disruptions and mega starts for some later stages and for your EX and special stages, which we'll have those on a separate episode. Because as of the time of this recording, I've already done and caught, I believe, the first 5, I think, or up to maybe Charizard, I think, for the EX stages. I might not have caught the Zapdos yet. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I think I actually might have. But those stages can get difficult, especially using just the Pokemon that you have at the beginning. But the whole goal of this is I want to essentially play this game and get every Pokemon and finish it. Just do a little series, even if it doesn't do well on the channel. It might discourage me a little bit, but I need something a little relaxing to do with Pokemon because the Pokemon card market is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. I don't even want to talk about it. It's crazy. I have things to say. I have things I want to say about it, but I'm not worried too much. I'm not opening up some products unless I can get it for MSRP, essentially. But I have so much in terms of videos to just release. I just need to sit down and put the video together before I do that. And that's just a big part of why I don't upload as much as I do, is because I work 24/7. I'm always busy. But I have plans that I keep. I have too many plans. That might be the issue. Just because I want to do so much. I just don't have enough time. I have passion to do it. I just don't have enough time or resources to do them. One thing I want to do is I want to build a website for cataloging and checklisting all of your cards for Pokemon, Weiss, Lise, a bunch of different cards, WeCross, Build Divide, a bunch of different like TCGs, because the only card collecting app I see that is Poke Collector, which is really nice, but there's nothing like that in like the Weiss category, I believe, for cards. So I want to do something like that because that type of stuff interests me. I want to have essentially some place where you can log into, catalog your collection on what you do have, and then list if you have any singles available, and have it as like a separate buy and trade form, essentially. And I should have stopped, I think, around this Mega Audino, because we're now about to fight Audino here. I think my I think I wanted to do the stages every 15 or so. I'm sticking close to that, but it's not exactly 100%. I think in the future I'll just do until we get the new area complete, and the new area is usually about it's usually about 15 stages, I think. So 15 I think is a good part. I think the first stage goes up to Mega Audino, and I think I go all the way up to Fampi. Here we beat Audino. That wasn't too bad. There's just, like I said, I'm rambling and talking because I don't really have much to say about this gameplay. And then in the future, hopefully I can figure out how to edit my video a bit better, so that way the video is in the middle and it's over top of this Pokemon Shuffle logo, so that way it's not black bars on both sides. But oh well, it is what it is for right now. Maybe I just need to switch to a different editing app, but you win and you lose. I was able to get around that with the Dynamo Community Day one because I had 2 different graphics that I wanted, but I don't have any graphics, for example, that I want for this. But I don't really know what to say here. Let's see what we're doing here. We gotta be Audino, I think 14 turns maybe. But it's not too bad. Mega Audino is pretty cool. It's pretty nice in terms of what it does. We can show that when we have Mega Audino in our very next battle. Yeah, because we're on stage 2 right now. So we're not putting 10 stages. The big issue with this game is going to be that 5 heart limit. I'm going to hate it because when you want to record content, you don't really stop by time. Like, I want to push throughout stages, and if I need to retry, I want to retry it right then and there rather than waiting it out. And you'll see that might be an issue later if you see like the amount of jewels go up or hearts go up randomly in some future episodes. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think I'll be okay, just because this is a series I want to do. I don't mind putting a bit of money into it. I do want to at least not go overboard on stages, at least these early ones, so that way it's a more realistic example of how you can play this game free to play. Because it's very easy to be free to play, it's just a time-gated aspect of it, which can get on a lot of people's nerves. But here we are being happy. So as you guys were able to see, within the Audino, it will erase a Pokemon one away from it in every direction. So it helps out with clearing some blocks in particular, like the black or gray blocks, whatever you call them. And it's a good one, but it's not the best. It's not the best makeup. If I remember correctly, I think it's like maybe Aggron is the best one. I know I like Sableye because Sableye has a goofy one where it erases in a circle, and that circle allows combos to happen. So I know I like that one, but I think Aggron is the one that you can click specific tiles to remove, and that's usually the best way to do it. Gives you more control over the game, but that might be me quoting it wrong just because it has been so long since I played the game. I know I got very close to beating every stage in this, if I didn't already, in the initial game that I did on the 3DS, 2DS, whatever it was. It was on the DS itself, but I know, yeah, I think it was 3DS. But yeah, it definitely had to be because this was XY era, so it was a 3DS game. But I really enjoyed playing this, and I think it's just super nice and easy going, and that's kind of what I want for the meantime. But right now, we're still just rocking out some baby Pokemon. We'll get everything switched out. It doesn't take too long to get Pokemon that are a bit more useful. And then in the future, it's going to be a little bit more important what traits and powers they have. But we're on what stage is this? Stage 11? Hakeem's a little tanky. That's okay. You like going for combos in this game because that's the only way. Oh man. So if even looking now, I could have moved that Squirtle all the way to the top and did an L shape. I probably would have been able to combo a little bit better that way. It's never a guarantee. There's a combo. Yeah, Hakeem's health is super low right now. Probably only have to move the... That works, I guess. I was looking at a different aspect. See, like, even though I'm watching it now from my perspective, I'm like, oh yeah, you could have done that. But when you're in the middle of actually playing it, it's super hard to see. At least for me. Maybe other people are a lot better at that. I'm not particularly great. 73% chance? This could fail. Alright, we got it. Hopefully everybody's doing well, and if you guys want this to continue as a series, or if this is something that you might be interested in watching, please let me know in the comments, because I'm very curious to see what the reception to this will be. I doubt it will be very high, just because, you know, it's a very old game. If I was to play, I should be playing the remix, because that's the newer iteration of this game. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted to play with the Megas. I'm gonna get my shiny Rayquaza. And I looked, and there's a bunch of different shinies. I think they went up to Alola, at least here. I could be wrong, but I think it's at least Alola. I don't think they went any further than that for updates. So it would be cool to see the Gigantamax guys. Speaking about Gigantamax guys, if you guys are big fans of Gigantamax Pokemon, there's these new plushies. I think there's only 3 right now. It's Snorlax, Corviknight, and Meow. Those are plushies available on the Pokemon Center currently. So if you guys are interested in that type of collectibles, go for it. I think it looks really, really good, especially that Snorlax. But if you're looking for TCG, at the moment it's a little bit difficult to find. Yeah, I tried looking for prismatic evolutions in person. They're not there. I was told end of February, possibly, but it blows. It really blows right now, not being able to find that set. And the thing is, I'm not planning to make scalper prices to get the set. And I only want to open just because I have the channel. It would be a really cool master set to have. But not because of the SIRs. The SIRs are cool, but because of the Pokeball and the Master Ball reverses, or the Master Ball hollows, or whatever you want to call them. Those look fantastic from what I've seen, and I think it would look really, really good in a binder. And I think it really sucks because I like the layouts of the 12 pocket binders, because usually you can do a card in the reverse, and it lays out pretty nicely. The only issue is always EX Pokemon, and it's going to throw that off here too, because you would have for all the Pokemon, if there were no EXs in the main set, it would be Pokemon, Reverse, Pokeball, and then the Master Ball. So 4 of the same card in a row. And that would look so fantastic, especially when you get to a page of all the evolutions. God, that would look beautiful. So beautiful, but I know it's going to be thrown off anyway. But it's such a monster of a set, so it makes me excited because there's a challenge to it. But we're coming up to the end of the video because I know the next one is Phanpy. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I do plan on having more discussions. Maybe we can use this as like a discussion platform where I can talk and we can just have some gameplay in the background. What do you guys think? I think that's cool. And then we'll worry more about the gameplay in the future. But if you guys are enjoying this, please hit that thumbs up button. Maybe consider subscribing because that would really help out the channel. And I will catch you guys later. So goodbye while we destroy this Phanpy.